Students in my 3D class are finishing up their project, which was a multi-part assembly, mechanical assembly of something that they had to find from home. In my case, it was this soap pump that I've been working on, which is like a glass container with a metal lid and a push button. So everything now for me is at the point where I can go ahead and assemble it. But what I've had the students do is I want them to be able to experiment a little bit with lighting, and then also an object like this, it doesn't look very good just to put it on the floor. So what I'm going to do, and what I'm having the students do, is build a small table, and I told them, make the table relative to the size of the object you're doing. But anyhow, they're also going to put it in a room. So I went over this in class the other day, and I'm just going to go ahead and show how to do it if you have a template already set up. In my case, I went to my website and just used an architectural template that I had already set up, which gave me this. And I don't need any of this content anymore. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete it, and I'll rename this file soap pump 3D drawing or something else. Okay. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch to, I already am in a 3D modeling tab. And I don't have a floor layer for some reason in this, but what I'm going to do, I'll just put this on any layer that works. I'll put it on a dimension layer. So I had the students, I said, start with a rectangle. So come up here, and you're going to go use the @ symbol right here in the command window, 20 apostrophe for feet. Isn't that working? 20 apostrophe, comma, 20 feet. There's a 20 foot by 20 foot rectangle. Now, the second thing is I told the students to draw 2 walls on top of this. So I'm going to draw a wall here and a wall here. One thing I can do in order to do that, I'll just go over to my wall layer, and I'm going to go ahead and draw the wall at a thickness of 4 inches. So I'm going to do a rectangle again, and I'm going to say, go over here, I'm going to say at 20 feet, comma, 4 inches in this case. And I think it brought it outside of my box, but I can see right here if it did. And there it is. Cool. Now, the other way you could have done that is you could have just used a polyline, and you could have just come down right from the intersection here, just come over this way, over a thickness of 4, go up to its perpendicular, and cruise over that way. Okay. And now I'm at the point where I can go to, and I'm going to do one other thing. While I'm here, I'll switch layers again, and I'm going to use my construction layer. And in this case, I'm going to draw a window that is about 40 inches above the floor. So first I'm going to draw a line, 40 inches. This line is like something I can pivot off of. And then I'm going to make the window, let's see, about 4 wide and, well, about 3 wide and 4 tall. So I'm going to go at 36, comma, 48. At 36, comma, 48. There we go. Now I have a window, and I can move this, place it right there. So let's see what happens if we go to a southwest isometric. Now I have a window which is going to pivot right from here, and I'll extrude it and blow it right through the wall. I'm going to extrude this floor, and instead of going up, I'm going to go down, and that's going to make everything remain so that the top of the floor, where it's at right now, always stays at 0. So I'm going to go -4. Just make it a thickness of -4. And my top of my wall, so I'll close my construction, or turn off my construction layer, and I should have 2 walls, and I can grab both of these at the same time and extrude these up if it wakes back up. I need to do a couple updates on AutoCAD. Let's try that one more time. This one, and I want to extrude them. And I'm going to say a height of 10 feet. And I realized what was happening is because my floor was turned off. That was the extrusion layer, but it did it. Okay. So now I can go ahead and put my walls back on my wall layer. Or in this case, I'll just use dimension. I'll put it on my dimension layer, whatever. And now I'm just going to do a 3D rotate right here. So I'll go 3D rotate. My base point's going to be right there. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to type in 90. Whoops, wrong 90. That one put it through the floor. So I'll rotate again from this base point, go around my red hoop and type in 180 degrees. And then last thing would be to just extrude this through the wall. And now this line's a goner. I no longer need it. And you could leave it in there till the end if you were going to mess around with it a little bit more. And I'm going to go to subtract. I'm going to select this wall, right click, select that box, right click, and it's gone away. And if we've done everything right, then I can go to here. And now I can see I have a little roomscape. So now I can go ahead and build a table right here in the middle of my room. If you want to put a ceiling in this, you can also come back down, and I leave the ceiling out till the very end. But you can come back down and then place it right there. And now you would have a ceiling. And that's a quick and easy way to do a interior of a room.